someone comes across as pursuing and chasing in our ability to communicate and address issues, while someone else is taking that as intense and overwhelming, and they're pulling away from
You
that.
do in a relationship when you're trying to work through something, but one of the spouses is not giving enough information.
That can be difficult. It's important that we take ownership of our own contribution to the relationship. So if you're not very verbal, you want to really be pushing yourself to be able to make your wishes and desires known in decision making.
You want that spouse to feel comfortable, like they can say something. Any changes that they need to make about how they're coming across, they need to be aware of that too.
So if your spouse isn't verbal enough, you might could ask questions without getting into a lot of discussion. What can I do to create a safe environment that
That's
feels
good.
welcoming and approachable for you to share your thoughts with me?
We both need to feel like we have an open forum and ability to talk back and forth freely about what we're dealing
If you're
with.
the emotionally aggressive spouse, you tend to be overwhelming. You know you say too much and with too much emotion. You really want to understand that this can damage relationship. This can create expectations where your spouse doesn't want to talk to you. And if you really want them to be engaged, you want to work hard on being brief, to the point, clear, and soft and gentle in the way you communicate.
Of course, if you notice your spouse is withdrawing, you might want to ask a question. Hey, did I say something that came across poorly? It's kind of a scale where the person who is coming across more intensely needs to rein that in, and the person who's withdrawing needs to pick it up and talk a little bit more. So it's kind of like we're trying to achieve a balance.
Right. So if you're the one that's more talkative, you could ask your spouse, would you make me aware when I'm talking too much or when I'm coming across as intense?
If a person isn't sharing enough, they need to know that if they're not giving information, their spouse can't read their mind. They need to know something that they need to change.
And it's okay to say, would you please give me a few comments about what I just said? Or what do you think I just communicated?